Number 29 to be our champion in this division. And the men here up front will be our reserve. They make you third there, but that's three nice heifers here within this senior division.
Nice lineup here on the purebred side of these low lines. So the heifer out of the first class represents a lot of stuff that me and my family try to breed. She's a female. It's what we kind of call like a cow. It's going to produce a herd bull. She's got that cow look from the side, yet she's got that extra width and dimension from behind. She's got some width through that chest floor. She could be a little more refined fronted, but we got to remember these are beef cattle and not dairy cattle, so we think we get a little carried away in trying to pick these cattle ultra fronted. I think this heifer's kind of ideal in terms of her neck length, the way she comes out through that jaw. She too is a female. It's just got an added amount of width and dimension down that lower part of her stifle. She's a heifer, but it's going to change just ever so slightly. Make just the rib longer maybe, but just an extremely powerful built kind of May heifer. The young man's red heifer out of the second class. The heifer, maybe you'd like to freshen her up just a little bit in terms of her condition, but she's a female that represents a lot of good things for this breed. She's exceptionally long in terms of her spine. She's structurally sound out on her feet and legs. She's really bold sprung in terms of that center part of her rib cavity. You can just see she's a really easy fleshing kind of a female, going to make a nice cow. Now, she'll definitely get nicer fronted when she spits the calf out and loses some of that baby fat up front. Really show-catchy, eye-appealing heifer here that was second to the first one. Just ultra feminine about her front, very highly presented. She's just really straight in terms of her line. She tends to trouble me a little bit when we set her in motion in terms of the way she sets down in that rear ankle. I definitely like to change the way she comes out that hip. She wants to roll them pins down just ever so slightly. Gets a little more cut up in terms of that flank. But if you're looking at it in terms of its show aspect, she's extremely eye-appealing from the side. Really nicely drawn out kind of a female. Let's give these exhibitors a round of applause, and I'll show you which two I like the best.
And our Class 18 on the red pole side. First place goes to entry number 29, and also our Division 6 Senior Champion is Brandy Shooter, shown by Jacob Shooter. And entry number 2 in our reserve division is Shooter's Mabel, shown by Bar Max and Sam Cameron Spiegel from Anderson, Indiana. We're now showing for our grand champion female on the red pole side. Results in the purebred lowline show on your spring heifer calf champion goes to entry number 17, CTL Keep in the Faith 16D, shown by Crazy Town Lowlines, Roswell, New Mexico, and Spotted Hills Ranch, Montgomery, Texas. The reserve spring heifer calf champion, entry 23, SRF Foxy Roxy D1001, shown by Shady Rest Farm, Petersburg, Illinois.
Good to see you. Alright, safe travels. Go see Mickey. Yeah, that wasn't our best one.
Another really nice single entry here. I really like this female in terms of her width and dimension and cow look from the side. She's extremely balanced from flank to flank in terms of her depth. What I really appreciate this heifer is the boldness and the center part of her rib cavity. She too is a female. We set her in motion. She's really sound out in her feet and legs. She's extremely level in terms of her lines, holds herself together quite nicely. You might like to lengthen her out just a tick in terms of her front, but that's getting pretty picky on a nice little heifer.
Class 11 in your purebred lowline show is entry 25. She is your junior heifer calf champion. She is HCK Calypso Farron, shown by Hidden Creek Farm, Mansfield, Ohio.
Here, buddy. Here, waffles.
Here in selection for our champion female on the red pole side. Pretty impressive set of them. I think where you guys are as a breed, as far as there's a lot of variation, there's a lot of uses from different types of cattle, and I think that's good to have that variation within your breed so everybody can have something different to pick from to make their own better. And so I'll briefly go through these division winners. Our first division, again, that was a good way to start. Very fresh, very square one. She's got some neatness and some femininity about her. Still enough body volume for her at this age and this time as well. To be critical of her, I still like to lay her back into her shoulder and her knee just a touch, but still a nice heifer. One of the more moderate heifers in the drive here is the heifer out of the second division. Again, really good at the ground. Love the cushion to her joints. I like the way she's flatter jointed and sets back in her knee, but yet still comes with some substance, still comes with some boldness and some base width and balance as well. You just have to draw that line. Is she too moderate maybe to be the champ? Not sure, but I do like the way that one's built and put together. Heifer that came out of the next division, our summer division, one you like out here. Presented extremely nice. Love the body shape and the volume of her, and still one that's very square and wide when you get in behind her. We get her on travel, and I think that's where we like her even better. Sits down very good and comfortable in her joints. She wants to get just a little lower in the way her head and neck attaches to her body. She's got just a touch more chest and shoulder in her. You like to refine that about her, but boy, sure one you have to like out here just for sheer quality in her presence. I like the correctness of skeleton of the heifer that came next. Extremely sound and good jointed and good moving. Probably one of the more feminine and extended heifers we have out in this particular drive. With that, probably gives up just a touch more center body and body depth to heifers maybe on either side of her. And then the slick-haired heifer that came out of our senior division, I'd label her as the unique one out here in terms of just an extra foot size, the extra bone, still has some squareness to her out here. And I think what's cool about that is she still functions. She still sets it down in a very comfortable and good manner. Not perfect in her udder structure, but we still like her all the same. So again, a really good set of females, a nice set of reserve divisions here as well. Let's give our red pole exhibitors a nice round of applause, and I'll show you your champion.
Another really nice single entry here on the low line side. A really nice cow prospect, I think. A female that's got exceptional amount of length of body. She's extremely functional in terms of her feet and leg structure. She stands out in some circumference of foot. She's got some added depth of rib. If you're going to change, you'd like to clean her up just a notch around that tail head. Maybe clean her up just a tick in terms of her chest floor. But we got to remember these cattle are a lot quicker in terms of their kind. So we got to give that up a little bit. Just an outstanding cow prospect. Can stand a lot of competition.
Our grand champion female on the red pole side goes to entry number 29, Shooter's Brandy, shown by Jacob Shooter from Franklin, Indiana.
On the low line side, your intermediate yearling champion is class number 12 winner, SRF Paisley C8, shown by Shady Rest Farm, Petersburg, Illinois. We're now showing for the grand champion purebred female.
And reserve champion female on the red pole side goes to entry number 20, AK Renesmee, shown by Luke Jones from West Milton, Ohio. Congratulations.